All right, boys, look, I don't even want to think about the amount of time and effort that has gone into this video. I want you to think about it so you can see the level of preparation I go through for such a short video. Just think about the time. Getting a character to 70 on a Wrath of the Lich King server. Getting that character full professions to try and really emulate the experience of level 70 on a classic Wrath server, and how those professions are going to assist you in AoE grinding as a mage. Getting as much BIS Phase 5 TBC gear as possible. We're talking getting Sunwell Plateau at level 70 on a Wrath server. We're talking getting BT gear from Illidan. The time it takes to get all of these items is insane. Not just that, then battling, and I mean battling, my way to the instance, so to Utgard Keep, to see if I can solo it. And then obviously the frustration of dying repeatedly while I try and learn what I need to do on a mage. All right, look, we know that was just a little bit of fun. It wasn't that time consuming. We know that. Let me just shake this up. But it was interesting. So it was interesting to actually find out what I expect us to see from mages and whether it's actually worthwhile AoE grinding or not. Didn't really leave much room for the tonic. Now, obviously, I've gone outdoors, looked at all the AoE spots. So I've got a spot for basically AoE grinding out in the open world all the way from 70 to 80. In fact, from 68 to 80. And yes, if you can get that area on your own, it'll be good. You know, you'll be able to do really well, and it'll probably be the fastest way to level, because you're getting about 1,000 a kill or something ridiculous like that. And in full sort of Sunwell Black Temple gear, you'll obviously be able to AoE down absolutely well, as much as you can pull. Let's just say as much as you can pull. But you're not going to have it on your own. So even if you was to rush to somewhere like, I don't know, Dragonblight, which is for 71 to 73, let's say, people will already still be there. We know they'll already still be there. Just get rid of those cards. I don't know where they came from. So I'm going to show you Utgard Keep and that it is actually possible to AoE. Give you some thoughts on it. Get to the computer. Show you some other AoE farming spots which might work for you. Let's go. Thank you to all you guys who have joined the channel as a member. That's all of you who have got your name in the nice banner at the bottom. More on how you can support the channel at the end. So talking about instances first, Nexus is going to be one that you're not really going to even attempt to AoE grind in, because quite honestly, there's lots of casters, there's mobs that silence, and it's quite spread out. If we're going to see mages AoE grind inside an instance, then I would say Utgard Keep's going to be the one. Around the first 20 mobs in Utgard Keep are actually all melee and fairly easily soloable in decent gear at level 70. I am obviously trying this in sort of the equivalent gear that I would expect most people who have been raided in TBC as a mage to have. So I've only really got like full tier 6 gear, and a couple of trinkets, a couple of decent rings, you know. It's not full BIS, it's just whatever I could be bothered to quickly throw on, and then I've just chucked loads of stamina gems in it. Killing the first couple of mobs is very comfortable. Killing the next packs where there's around 9 mobs, 8 to 9 mobs together, you could do all of this whole thing as one pull. Problem is, with the particular core that I'm playing on, if I blink, I fall through the floor. I've tested this against numerous different private servers. The amount of health the mobs have got and the amount of damage I'm putting out and the amount of XP they're giving is identical across all that I've tested. So I expect this to be exactly the same as Classic Wrath, which is each mob's given around 2.5k XP at level 70. A quest equivalent to this would be around 25k for one quest. So every 10 mobs you kill is a quest. A decent mage who knows what they're doing could potentially do 2 pulls of 10 mobs in here fairly quickly. If you pull all of the start mobs, you'll have about 10 mobs. That'll be a quest worth of XP, which you'll AoE down in a couple of minutes. Then you've got the next rooms where you would have to do them separately because there's a firewall that separates them. But you can probably squeeze out another 10 to maybe even 12 mobs out of the next room. So if you was to clear all through the first room, clear this entire section, which they're all melee mobs that are easily kiteable, and you could do these in packs of 3 to 4 until you've cleared the whole circle. If at this point you was to use your invis to get through this next room, so actually at 70 you can get past this room. So if you invis through the previous room, this next room is very AoE friendly because everything's melee and there's a mix of normal and elites. I ran in with res sickness, that was a bit stupid. But anyway, all melee. So you could potentially get into the middle, get everything pulled, maybe even pull the patrol that's coming down the stairs, ice block, get them all gathered, blink backwards, and you've got all of the, basically the length of this whole room to keep these AoE'd and kited. Now that could be worthwhile. So I think that, oh, my ice is melting in my drink. Now, I think that could definitely work. I've obviously AoE'd all the first section and everything, practicing for this video, seeing how much XP it gives and everything, but I don't claim to be any big brain mage. Mage is a class that I don't play very much. So it'd probably take me a little while to really get comfortable with AoE farming, knowing my limitations and everything, which you probably as a mage already know. But you could definitely do all of the first section, invis and skip the second section, and then do all the third section, go out, reset, and do it again. If Mage AOE grinding in instances is going to be a thing, I can more or less guarantee this will be it till probably 74, 75. I don't think any of the other instances outside of this one are particularly AOE friendly. I've tried Gundrak, all of these at appropriate levels. Looked at Gundrak, looked at Drakfaron Keep. There's areas in Drakfaron Keep that are really good, but it's getting to them to actually be able to do it. And if you obviously know a lot about Wrath of the Lich King, then I'm talking about all the combatants before the last boss. Being able to AOE there would be great, and all the dinosaurs before it. But getting up to that point would be very difficult and very slow, to the point where I don't think it would be worthwhile. I just want to show you a few out in the world AOE spots that are particularly good, and one of them that I really like. So the first one, they're all yellow mobs, which is located just north of Riplash Strand, which you'll see there's sort of packs of 4 to 5 rhinos, and you'll be able to probably get a couple of packs in at once, and they'll respawn really, really quick. So you could AOE grind on these from 68 to, I don't know, 71, 72, but again, you got to remember, out in the world, you're just going to have so much competition. I just don't think it's going to be worth it. But, I mean, if you was AoEing and you had skinning, what a great place. Now, there'll be lots of guides that will tell you to go to Grizzly Hills or even other places in Boream, but quite honestly, this is actually my favourite AoE spot, which is these camps just north of Nax. Now, every single thing in here is melee, and there are massive camps of mobs, and their aggro range seems ridiculously big as well, whether or not that's just a bug on where I'm playing, but you can just see the amount of these mobs that you can actually pull. You could get 10, 15 plus mobs each pull, and by the time you've wiped out one, maybe 2 of these camps, the one before it will start spawning again. So this is a great place to go from. You could go here straight at 70 with reasonably good gear, and you could probably stay here till about 75, to be honest. This is one everyone gets excited about, all around basically north and east of Westfall Brigade encampment, and I understand why. I just find them really annoying, but these horses that run around, you can literally just go around and as they spawn, take packs and packs of them on, and as you can see there, there's like 10 in that pack, and you could potentially get some of the farm feeder moths, some of the other horses that are sat around as well. So you can very quickly get big AoE pulls at this point in Grizzly Hills. And then in Sholazar, which you can start, I'd say around 75, 76, maybe even as early as 74 with good gear. Now, this particular spot is one that every mage is going to want to do because they're all melee and there's so many mobs in such a tight space. And this is just north of the Suntouch Pillar at Swindlegrin's Dig. Now, I only have to have a little look around here and you can see the sheer amount of mobs. They're all red mobs, as you see, so you can literally just run through, grab loads, ice block, big AoE. Now, there's one other really good place that I love in Sholazar, but it will be heavily contested by anyone who's got skinning. And that's here, just east of Frenzy Heart Hill and around Frenzy Heart Hill, but there's a particular spot where you can find 2 spawns that are very close walking distance. You don't even need to mount up. And what we're looking for is these big packs of gorillas. And as you can see here, they're really good sized packs of mobs. And they're fairly easy to kill. They are level 76, so really you want to be like 74. But they also are all yellow. And you get other ones that just wander around quite nearby. So you could see on this one particular pool here, you could, leave these ones for now. Grab the 2 over there, grab the 2 over there, pull them in, AoE on all the yellow ones, boom, you've got like a 13, 14 pull pack. And now this place in Icecrown, this is at Malv Chris's Vile Hold in Icecrown. You can come here at 77, they're all level 80 mobs, but they're all melee, and there is so many of them that you can literally just run, grab them all, ice block, wait for them all to stack up, obviously get your Nova down, start AoEing. Honestly, in this one position here, you'll never need to move from 77 to 80 if you've got this place to yourself, because all you do is just go over here, sit down, drink. By the time you've drunk, all of these would have respawned again. And if you're enchanting, this is a great place to farm, even at level 80. And that's it. So do I think mages are going to be AoE grinding at level 80? Yes, I absolutely do. Do I think they're going to be doing it in instances? I think Utgard Keep's going to be fast. I got it down pretty quick, just being able to do the first room. I do want to carry on, just to push it a little bit more, but obviously that's going to come a lot closer to release. For now, I just wanted you to get an idea of what you might be doing. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. Enjoy the weekend. I'm going to be streaming tonight over on Twitch, having a really good few drinks with the boys. Feel free to stop by. Links in the description, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. There's lots of ways you can support the channel to keep me here putting out World of Warcraft content and covering all future MMOs. Consider joining the channel as a member.
You get access to emotes. Everyone will know you're a member when you comment on future videos because you get a nice icon next to your name. And you get access to members-only videos, which I'll be putting a lot of on the channel throughout the year. Additionally, there's a Patreon link in the description as well. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you on the next one.